Hello everyone, I'm George and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Originality Reports to check for plagiarism using Google Classroom. Google Originality Reports is a fantastic feature that Google has added this past year to help you check for plagiarism using the power of the Google search. So I've set up two accounts here. The first here on the left is the account from the perspective of the teacher. And on the right is the account from the perspective of the student. So the student here is brown, and here the teacher here is gray. Now, before I begin, I want to let you know that Google Originality Reports is only available for Google Enterprise. So if your school has purchased Google Enterprise, which is the premium paid version of Google G Suite, then you will have access to this. But if you just have a normal G Suite for Education account, you will not have access to this. And I will post details in the link below for how you can get a practice enterprise account if you'd like to just take a look at these features for your own personal use. So in my test class here, in my classwork section, I went ahead and made an assignment that doesn't have any attachments here, labeled as practice. And when you make an assignment, you, in the enterprise version, you will have an option down here. It says check for plagiarism, quote unquote, with parentheses, originality. This is Google Originality Reports. If you don't want to use it, click uncheck. If you'd like to use it, click check, and you can learn more about how to use it here to the right. I didn't put any details here, any description. I just want to show you how to use Google Originality Reports. So you can go ahead and click save, and the assignment is now created and assigned to your student. Now, from the student's perspective, the student will see their assignment and they will see a check saying that Google Originality Reports is available. So with Originality Reports, the student can take the Google Classroom, they can add their assignment. In this case, I'm going to add a Google document. And I've copied some information that is a mixture of information from the internet and a mixture of original information. And I'm going to copy and paste it into the assignment from the student's perspective so the student can submit their work. So we have our student that just posted some random information here, a mixture of original and unoriginal. And from the student's perspective, you can click the turn in button here. And the student will then turn in their work and it will refresh their assignment page and it will say their work has been submitted. So you can go ahead and click turn in if you'd like and submit the work from the student's perspective. However, the student could run an originality report on their own work before they submit it. And Google allows them 3 times to do that. So it says here, originality report, text from submissions will be compared to existing text. After it's uploaded here, they click run. And it says here there's only 3 available, as I mentioned before, and it clicks run. Now this might take a little bit of time depending on your internet connection or the amount of work that or amount of work the student has there. So this is just from the student's perspective running their work. And you can see here the originality report is working here. Once it gets to 100, it's going to uh, uh, make available an originality report, which the student can then view. So the student can view this originality report and you can see when it was made. So let's go ahead and view it, and this will give them a breakdown of how original their work is. So in the originality report, you have 2 sections. You have the student's work here, which is just a bunch of random stuff I copied and pasted from the internet and also from other work that I know to be original. And you can see here that it says 3 flagged passages. So that means 3 parts of the document came from 3 different sections of unoriginal work. You can see the first here is highlighted in gray. And if you click that, it will show you this first passage. It'll show you the student's passage here, or in this case, from the student's perspective, it'll show you the student will see their passage and the web match, and it'll give a link to that as well. You can click here, or you can click the arrow on the right side to go to the next. I'm going to click the arrow on the right side to go to the next. This is our second flag passage, and then this is our third flag passage. So we can see here that there's 3 flag passages. Now, the student can also take a look at their percentage, and you can see here 55% is flagged, or 55% is what we would consider to be unoriginal. And they list their sources here. So you can see one was from 51% of this is from Wikipedia. There's another website here, and you can see the web matches here. And if you click this breakdown, it'll go back and show you the breakdown and of each individual flagged passage. So we have 3, and there's 3 here. And you can also turn this feature on here from the student's perspective to show original cited or quoted content. So in this case, nothing is cited, nothing is quoted, so that's at 0%. Now the student can check this up to 3 times, as I mentioned before. Let's say the student isn't really concerned, and they've checked, and they decide to submit their work anyway. They go ahead and submit their work, and now it is you have access to view it as from the teacher's perspective. So let's go to our teacher's perspective. The assigned now has changed to turned in. We can view our assignment. Let's go ahead and click the student's assignment here. And the student's work will come up, and you will see right underneath their name on the right side that there are 3 flag passages. So let's go ahead and click that, and the originality report will automatically come up. Now, in order to get Google Originality Reports to work, you need to make sure that you have, and we showed this previously in this video, that you have the check plagiarism checked in your assignments. But that was checked, so let's take a look and see here. Now, the interesting thing about Google Originality Reports is that not only can you match reports to the internet, but you can match it to your school's database as well. So if you're using your school's enterprise system, you can match from other students' work that was submitted through the work in your school system as well. So I'm using the G Suite for Education exam template account, the GSEFE, which I've posted in the comments in the summary as well for you that you'd like to see a tour of this. And you can see there's no matches found, and it gives you the same count and the same percentage. Now, what I like to do with students is I like to make a specific percentage, and I tell the students they can run this as many times as they'd like. And I usually make it around 15%, which is usually a standard. And I click the print button up here, and I make a PDF, and I send it to the student so that they can see if the student already didn't know themselves. So I'm going to click the print button here, and you can see the PDF of this originality report will come up. And if we zoom in here, it will actually see the course. You'll actually be able to see the course name, the student name, the assignment name, the date that the report was created, the amount of flagged passages, the sites, and the specific quotes of exactly where the student received the work, and a link to the bottom of their actual classroom where they submitted the work, so you have evidence in case plagiarism, you need to record this for administrative purposes. And then I, of course, save it as a PDF, or I can save it to my Google Drive, and then I can share a link to this with the students so that they can see. And because this is a PDF, they won't be able to edit this right off the bat. So that's Google Originality Reports, and the best thing about this is that the student can check 3 times. You can also check 3 times, but if you want the student to redo their work, all you need to do is return the work back to the student. So from the teacher's perspective, go ahead and return the work here on the top right. And then if the student takes a look at their work, they can now run 2 more originality reports. So they can edit it up to 3 times if they like. Or if you make every time you make a new assignment, they'll have, and you have originality reports, they'll be able to check. All right, that's it for running Google Originality Reports. It's a wonderful feature that Google has added to our G Suite for Education package. And hopefully we'll get some new additions in the future where we can cross-check with a little more detail uh, to other students' assignments that they had submitted. If you like this video, please click subscribe and click like. And if you'd like to watch our further videos of how to use Google Classroom, please take a look at our history, and you'll be able to see some advanced features of Google Classroom along with a variety of other information I've provided for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.